Venezuela was once one of the richest countries in Latin America. Fueled by vast oil reserves, it enjoyed rapid growth, rising incomes, and international influence. In the mid-20th century, Venezuelans lived better than many Europeans. The country attracted immigrants, capital, and global attention. At its core, Venezuela appeared blessed by natural wealth. But abundance can hide fragility. When prosperity depends too heavily on a single resource, economic balance becomes dangerously unstable. Oil transformed Venezuela into a petrostate. Export revenues flooded government coffers. The state became the main economic actor, controlling currency flows, investment, and employment. Instead of diversifying, Venezuela concentrated almost entirely on oil. Manufacturing, agriculture, and private industry were neglected. The economy became dependent not on productivity, but on oil prices, a variable entirely outside national control. As oil money increased, the government expanded spending, subsidies grew, public jobs multiplied, social programs became permanent. This created political stability, but at a cost. Spending assumed that oil income would never fall. Savings were minimal. Institutions weakened as economic discipline was replaced by distribution. When oil prices fluctuated, fiscal pressure emerged. Instead of adjusting spending, the state increased monetary expansion. Inflation appeared gradually. At first it seemed manageable, but inflation is not just rising prices. It is a signal of structural imbalance. Money printing replaced productivity. The government financed deficits by expanding the money supply. Real output did not grow. Confidence weakened. Currency value declined. This marked the beginning of monetary decay. To stop capital flight, currency controls were imposed. Exchange rates were fixed by decree. Markets lost transparency. Shortages emerged. When prices are controlled, supply disappears. Producers could no longer operate profitably. Imports collapsed. Basic goods vanished. Shortages became systemic. The economy began to contract rapidly. Parallel markets replaced official systems. Trust shifted from institutions to informal networks. Once the monetary system fractures, recovery becomes exponentially harder. Hyperinflation followed. The believer lost meaning. Prices doubled in days. Wages became irrelevant. Money ceased to function as a store of value or unit of account. Economic calculation disappeared. Long-term planning collapsed. Survival replaced productivity. Society adapted downward. Millions left the country. Human capital drained. Skills vanished. Recovery became even less likely. Infrastructure collapsed. Oil production itself declined. The resource that once sustained Venezuela now deteriorated. Without investment, even oil could no longer save the economy. The growth engine stopped completely. This was not a sudden collapse. It was a chain reaction. Policy by policy, distortion by distortion. Venezuela's story is not unique. Resource dependency, monetary expansion, and price controls follow predictable paths. Economic laws do not bend to ideology. When incentives collapse, systems fail, regardless of intention. Venezuela was once rich. Today, its money is nearly worthless. This is not a political story. This is the economic chain reaction that destroyed an entire nation.